I'm going to take you on a little tour of some of the places I've been. This is a picture of Patrick and me. Patrick is a Nino who taught me a little bit about painting while I was in Esteli, Nicaragua, volunteering with a group of friends from college. My next trip was more intense. I traveled to Germany and Poland to tour the concentration camps with survivors of the Holocaust. It was an emotional experience. I traveled with a group of student journalists and politicians to Israel to learn a little bit more about the history of the region and the conflict. I visited iconic sites like the Dome of the Rock, the Wailing Wall, and the Dead Sea. After making a video about landmine awareness, I was selected to represent Canadian youth at the Cartagena Summit on a Mine-Free World. I worked with young people from all over the world to end the scourge of landmines. For 4 months, I lived in Washington, D.C., where I interned at the Protection Project in the Johns Hopkins School of Advanced International Studies. We worked to help rid the world of human trafficking. I've been really blessed to travel as much as I have, but the one country I've never been to holds a special place in my heart. This is my granny, Amber Steele. She was born in Newry, a small town in Northern Ireland. She was a part-time model and a baker's daughter, and for the most part, she lived a pretty simple life, until she met this man. This is my grandfather, Fred Cummings, who was born in Portadown in Northern Ireland. One of 11 kids, he followed in his father's footsteps and joined the Royal Ulster Constabulary. My grandparents were married in Derry, and not long after left for Canada, where my grandfather had a job with the police force in Edmonton. They left partly to build a new life in a new country, but also because of the rising sectarian tensions in Northern Ireland. They had 2 children and 6 grandchildren, while my grandfather rose through the ranks of the Edmonton Police Service to become superintendent. After living here for about 20 years, they finally received Canadian citizenship. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to know my grandfather that well, as he passed away when I was a young child. But through my grandparents, I was able to get my Irish citizenship and passport. Now I have a chance to connect to my past in a meaningful way, by working and living in Ireland. It would mean so much for me to connect to my history, to the place my grandparents lived and worked. I believe a scholarship with Connect 123 in Dublin will give me an opportunity to learn more about Ireland, but also to develop my professional skills with an internship in either human rights or journalism. I really appreciate your consideration, and I look forward to it. Thank you.